We've never taken a day off since we went live for our very first show. People ask, you going to be live on Christmas? You going to be live on Thanksgiving? You going to be live on, the last day of your life? Yes. The answer is yes. We will be. But today's certainly not the last of anything. It is week 12 of the NFL season, so we still got 5 more weeks after today to continue taking names. And speaking about taking names, we got Brian Bittler, Chris Ruffalo, and Rod Zawacki with me on today's show. And if you look at yesterday's top cappers, 3 of the 5 are on this show. How about that? Pretty amazing stuff, but not surprising. But, yeah, delivering the winners, bringing the hammer, all of those kind of good things. But I think we've been doing that for a while. I had a rough start to the college football season, but it's been pretty much a hammer since then. But anyways, we got college hoops and NFL today. Yeah, yesterday we gave out college hoops picks at the end of the show. Every one of those were winners. Every single one. I think we agreed on every one, and they were all winners. And I think on my college basketball videos yesterday, I believe all of mine were winners as well. So I didn't give out any premium picks yesterday in college basketball, but, man, I should have. Man, I'll wipe the floor with it. But anyways, got 12 NFL games today, nice dozen games. Then we got 1 tomorrow and 1 Tuesday. But we got tons of college basketball tomorrow as well, and Tuesday. Tuesday's those big games: Kansas, Duke, Michigan State, and Kentucky. All kinds of good action on Tuesday. But let's get to today. Let's bring in the guys. I got a little present here for Ruffalo. Let me unmute him before I let him know. So next time Chris Ruffalo says, just give me Vandy money line on the Eli against Eli Drinkowitz right? And Missouri on the road. What you're going to do is you're going to take out the roll of duct tape. You're going to pull out a piece about, I don't know, maybe about this long or so, and you're going to put it right over your pie hole. That's what you're going to
do. Will that make it here in time for Christmas?
I don't know. You can go to any store, just bill me for the tape. We'll get it. You got that, as well as that you guys all liked Pitt and Trevor Lawrence's last game ever at Clemson. It's his last game ever at Clemson. Yeah, I like Pitt here. It's like, you kidding me? It's like.
How about Penn State trash in Michigan?
Yeah, you won. I think if we would have bet hats, it would have been 60 for Mitch and 1 for Brian. That was the one you got me on. I admit it. They beat him.
Overall, my board was.
Yeah, no, you kicked ass. I mean, you, Rod, and I are both on the leaderboards for yesterday.
I think our free picks when we said Hawaii.
Oh, yeah.
I think we like the rainbows.
Oh, and hopefully the one that you guys all listened to, and took advice. And I'm not a thank me later guy or I told you so guy, but I'm going to tell you so. You see the favorite in a Texas A&M LSU game, you take the other side every single time, man. You did not mess with it because the Dirty Tricks Committee is out, man, for that game. I even said it on yesterday's game. Right, it was 20-0. It was clear sailing, and all of a sudden, the hell just happened. Right? They didn't even hide it on. They didn't even hide it on SEC Network this time. They just threw it right on ESPN.
Some of those big rival games weren't close, like Bama. I mean, they crushed Auburn.
Yeah, Auburn just doesn't have it this year. I mean,
it just doesn't have it. Yeah,
they didn't have it. I thought Auburn would put up a lot more of a fight. I thought South Carolina would put up a little better. I thought South Carolina kind of showed up at times, but. They had the big interception, and that was the difference. If they didn't have that, without the interception, they cover. But they were never really competitive to win the game. Anyways. Erica Taylor needs 4 over locks. You got those, Brian?
I hate overs.
Brian never bets the over. Here's the lock. Take the under. That's the lock. That's the lock, man.
Kansas State. I mean, we talked about Kansas State.
Oh, yeah. That was my top play of the day. Kansas State was my top play of the day. They were never outside the number, not the whole game. And then at the end of the game, Baylor had a chance, like if they went for the touchdown instead of the field goal and then went for 2 and got it. It was a potential push. But Baylor scored like the first touchdown of the game. That was the only lead they had until the clock expired when they kicked the field goal.
I think my most surprising game was Maryland not showing up against Indiana.
They were there. Maryland was there, like, but
that safety killed them.
Yeah, once they got the safety on them, they were never the same.
That's the same. That's what Mitch messaged me. He's like, the safety's gonna blow my cover. I'm like, oh.
Yep. I know.
I think mine was Northwestern not showing up against Michigan State.
I had that one too. That was one of my 3 losses. I had that one. I had Northwestern, Indiana, and my other loss was oh man, I'm sure someone will point it out for me. I had Northwestern, Indiana, and
was it the over in the Mississippi State game?
Over in the Mississippi State game. Which still almost went over, even though they didn't score any points at all in the third quarter. I mean, those guys, they went for it on every 4th down. It was 4th and 7. It's like, we'll go for it. It was like they went for it on every 4th down. And it's just, 2 bad quarterbacks, 2 bad things. It's like, it was easily the worst defensive showing. It wasn't like the defense made a stand or something. It was these guys were just throwing balls like 20 yards over the receivers' heads. How many Black Friday emails you still getting? How many? It's too much. How many companies that you were loyal to have you unsubscribed, from?
I don't really notice much of difference in price, honestly.
No, I don't notice any difference in price because they've been running sales since COVID started. But the thing is that companies that I was loyal to and got their emails and kind of didn't mind their email so much, I've now unsubscribed from all their lists because they sent me like 6, 7, 8 emails. It's like, it's not going to make me need, more than 5 dozen golf balls. It's not going to, I don't, that's all I got. I bought 5 dozen. I got the deal the first email you sent. I'm good.
How many do you lose on a typical golf outing?
In a day? I lose like lost golf balls. I'll lose like 1 or 2 a week maybe, and but I use them, and it's like I try not to use them for more than a round. Sometimes I'll hit a cart path or a rock, and I'll change it out. So I'm more like I have more damaged golf balls than lost golf balls for sure.
I hate when I come to a water hole. It's psychological. I just boop right into the water.
Our club has some really, really tough water holes. It has the 14th hole, the second shot is always, you're between, depending on what the wind is, you're between 130 and 160 with a water carry to the green uphill. And that's a tough shot. And then, I've hit the rocks down there and had it bounce onto the green. I had, actually on Friday, I hit when you drive up on the cart path, there's rocks on the side and then there's water. It's like waterfalls and streams. It's not fancy, right? So it hit the rock wall to the left of the cart path, shot directly across onto the green. It hit the flagstick. I was this far from the hole. I tapped in. That was Wednesday. I tapped it into the hole for a birdie. Then on Friday, on the 12th hole, 279 yards straight uphill, par 4. It's the shortest hole in the course, but it's one of those like straight uphill into the wind holes. Total bunker. It's a bunker field just everywhere. I hit it over a flower bed. It hit the cart path. It bounced it shot like a pebble off of, when you toss a pebble onto a lake, how it like skims and it shoots. It hit like that. It went right onto the green. I was this far. I knocked it in for an eagle. I drove the green. It hit the cart path. Like another 7. I'm usually on that hole. I'm usually like 80 yards from the green after the tee shot. And for me, it's normally, depending on the wind, it's anywhere between a gap wedge and because it's dead into the wind and straight uphill. So it's anywhere between a gap wedge and a 9-iron, depending on the wind. And but I was on the green. I tapped it in for eagle. I quietly walked off. It was like, 2 on the scorecard. Counts the same. But anyways, Brian, I know you had a nice day yesterday.
I think it was a change of pen.
I know Louisville got you, but
if I had one I could take back, it would be Louisville.
You said, when we talked
State.
in the morning, you said, that was the game you felt least confident about was Louisville. And I reminded Brian that Boston College likes to run the ball up between the tackles, and Louisville doesn't tackle at all. And that's pretty much exactly what we saw there.
I missed the boat on Kansas State. That was the problem.
Yeah, that was a joke.
I liked them during the show, but I should have had them in the preview.
I love that Kansas State game. I don't know. Sometimes they just jump off the page at you because they were so flat last week. So it was like you got so much value. Baylor's one win all season. It's like
I think the NFL is there's the games that jumping off the pack.
Yeah, today is a great day for NFL. What do you got for sale today?
What I got is I've profited 5 of the last 6 NFL weeks. I got another golden ticket if you want my best bet. But I recommend getting all 3 of my Brian Bitler's NFL Sharp 3-pack. Get all 3 for $50 at pickdogs.com. I am also 11-4, 73% last 15 NFL. So hopefully I'm heating up.
Chris?
Yeah, well, I think yesterday for my college football book heist, someone pulled the alarm on me and I got caught. So it was a rough day yesterday, but we're gonna bounce back for NFL today. We keep crushing the college basketball. Got a package for each on the website today. I got a 5-pack for the NFL on the afternoon games, and I've got a 3-pack for college basketball. Loving those plays today. I got them each over for $29.95 over Pick Dogs Premium.
How many South Florida Stinks email messages did you get from Ron Romanelli yesterday? He really he was hating South Florida on the show, and he hated them throughout the entire day.
I think I'm still getting them.
Yeah. It's like, stink.
What do you have, South Florida?
Yeah. Oh. No, he didn't have them. He had the other side. He said it on the show, and I believe he also had a premium pick again.
That was my premium.
I brought it up on the show, and it was like, oh, I didn't realize South Carolina Tulsa was playing. Wow, some late lines. I did the videos last night. It's super hard doing the videos right now. Liberty TCU too. Just super hard to do the videos because they're not bringing out the lines until the day of. I would have done these this morning. I was up had I known. But I did a bunch of videos for college basketball. I did 6 of them. Normally I do like 25 or something, and I will continue to do that throughout the season. Rod, you had a lot of picks yesterday, and man, a lot of winners.
A lot of winners, yeah. The only one that got me yesterday was that Northwestern game. Had Northwestern, and they didn't do it.
Rod runs hot and cold, man. He runs hot and cold. He does not run in between. It's like
no, I don't. Yeah. I usually don't have like a so-so. It's either I'm really hot or it's really
Rod's
cold.
Either at the top of the page or at the bottom of the page. He is never like it's never like Rod's kind of hovering around the middle. Like I think Brian and I generally end up next to each other on the page more than anybody because it's like we kind of hover like we're at the top sometimes, but usually we're kind of like because we don't take those huge days, so that it takes to get to the top usually for a daily. The only time I get to the top daily is like if I sweep. But I'm on there. We're on there though.
We're on there. We're all on there.
I'm on there for the month, and that's a good one to be there for. That just shows
that's a good one.
That just shows consistency. So what do you got today? College hoops again, and
Yep, today I got a triple college hoops. We swept college hoops yesterday. All 3 won. I got a 3-pack there, or I put it all together with my Sunday NFL and the hoops package all together in one, including my Sunday night blank check winner. Love that one tonight. Dropped the house load on that one. It'll be a good win there.
Yeah, I didn't take all my own advice yesterday. I didn't find a lousy capper and fade him because I know the Iceman got shellacked again yesterday. So it's like, man, could have really used a couple extras there. But I know that I'm gonna stick with that strategy. I don't just talk the talk, man. You guys know that. I talk the talk too. Yeah, let's get to today's NFL card. It's pretty interesting, I would say, at the very least. Got a lot of guys out, a lot of injuries, a lot of COVIDs. I mean, it's week 12 of the NFL season, so normally the injury list is a mile long to begin with, So, a lot of players out. Matt Patricia out. And the Jets are in. Jets, Andrew Gase, +7 here against the Dolphins. This line moved up from 6.5 to 7. It's been upward pressure on this thing, and I could see it going even higher if you don't get it in. Jets are absolutely heinous, hideous, embarrassing so far this season. They have covered their last 2 games because Bittler's been on the other side of them, both of those. He's been dead wrong on the Jets. They've played 10 games. I think Bittler's missed the Jets 10 times. 0-10 in Jets games. Brian, give us our gift for the day, please. Who do you
I will me and you talked last night, and you were saying you see it going to 8, 7.5. I could see maybe 7.5, but it's not looking like that now. It's 7 across the board. Maybe 7.5. For me, it's the Jets. Too many people back in the Dolphins here. It just seems too easy. They're the better team for sure, but Jets showed a little fight last week. I think they carried over. Maybe get their first win of the year, but I'm going to take the points.
Yeah, the Jets didn't cross the 50, I believe, in that game against Miami in the first meeting in South Florida. Joe Flacco was in at quarterback today. It's big step up, Sam Darnold.
I think it is a step up. Darnold's much better.
Well, I mean, what are we talking about, It's like...
And he's playing for a spot. I mean, I don't know if the Jets are going to keep him after this year. He's got to sign with somebody. So. We'll see. I like the 7, but I think too many people like Miami.
Was Kirk Cousins a step up from... who was the quarterback? The guy from Houston?
Case Keenum.
Case Keenum. Was Kirk Cousins a step up from Case Keenum?
They overpaid for him, but it was a step up.
I don't know, man.
Where's Case Keenum now?
He's somewhere. I bet he's got a gig. I'm sure he's got a gig.
He's relaxing on a beach somewhere.
I bet he's got a gig. I bet he's playing.
No, he's a backup somewhere.
Yeah, guys like that stay in the league for 15, 16 years. Guys like that. He's, and it's like, it's too bad he's not on Denver. They could probably use him today. Chris, what'd you say about this one? About this mess?
I think the only thing that Sam Darnold's better at than Joe Flacco is eyebrow maintenance. But no, I think I got to stick with the Dolphins here. I know a ton of people are on them, but it's because they're the better team, and the Jets just can't get out of their own way. I think they're on their way to an 0-16 season. Give me Miami here.
Odd.
I gotta agree. Take the Dolphins here. No way I can put my money on the Jets or your money on the Jets. So take the Dolphins.
I believe the first game was 20-0. I think I'm going to stick with the under. I mean, it's tough to go over when one team scores 0. It is Fitzpatrick here for the Dolphins.
Case Keenum, I think, is in Cleveland, isn't he?
Nice.
Yeah, he is.
Nice.
He's a Brown.
Nice. Nice city.
Mistake by the lake.
Speaking of nice cities, we got the Cincinnati Bengals hosting the New York Giants. All of a sudden, the 3-7 Giants are the public betting enamored love with them. 3-7, this team. 7-3 against the number, though. But how many of those were as a 6-point favorite on the road? I would say not many. Brian?
I would say not many.
Not many. Allen gets the start here for the Bengals. It's Daniel Jones for the Giants.
I'm going to lean towards the under here. I just don't see many points getting scored by either team. Bengals offense is probably going to struggle a little bit. I see their defense stepping up, so give me the under here.
How about a 3-point move only on no quarterback for the Bengals? It's like, it's weird. I mean, look at the one in Denver. I mean, look at that line move. Chris?
Yeah, I'm still going to lay the points with the Giants. They're in a division race. I think they have to just keep winning games. And Cincinnati doesn't have a quarterback. If Joe Burrow was going, obviously his line would be lower, and I would still probably play the Bengals. But so much at play for the Giants here. Have to lay the points.
If a player is out, okay, so here's the. I go through this like I don't know. What's the over, right? On the time that I explain this to people. Okay.
Do you guys know that Joe Burrow is out for the Bengals?
Yeah, it's like
that when you made your pick.
It's like it's in the line. More than likely, the guys that do the line, it's not the same line like with the guys in there and not in there. It's in the line. A player out is in. It's already in there. Okay. Did you happen to see like when the Broncos announced that they have no quarterbacks, like the line go from 6 to 15 or something? It's not because like all of a sudden someone said, "Man, I really kind of like the Saints today." Oh, I didn't know all the Broncos. It's like it's in the line, man. It's like I don't know how much how many times we can explain this, but it's if you know. Then more than likely someone, that's making the lines for a major betting institution knows that as well. They probably know a lot sooner than you did, more than likely.
Yeah. No, I just meant that if Burrow was starting and the line was still at -3, I'd probably take the Bengals, but I'll have to go Giants here.
Must-win situations. It's like, that means nothing, man. In the NFL, every game is a must-win situation. Every game is a must-win situation in the NFL. Every play is a must-win situation for every player.
Because those guys are playing for spots next.
They're playing for spots, man. You think like do you honestly think that Patrick Mahomes is going to make that kind of money like doing anything else? I mean, seriously, man. Like, what are you talking about? These guys try on every single play. They know that there's some guy in the wings waiting. They'll take their job in a second, man. It's like, oh, they're tanking it for. Remember that year? Like I did all those videos and all that stuff. It's like, oh, they're tanking it for Andrew Luck. It's like they're not tanking it for Andrew Luck. The Colts, remember that? It's like, yeah, you know what the first thing they did when the season? Yeah, he's tanking it for Andrew Luck, the coach, right? It's like he's tanking it for Andrew Luck. You know the first thing they did when the season was over? They fired Jim Caldwell. Yeah, he was tanking it for Andrew Luck. They fired his ass. It's like, yeah, good strategy. It makes no sense, man. Zero. They really want to win this one. How about the Lakers in the NBA Finals? That was like one of my best picks I gave out, like my basketball season. The Lakers are in the Mamba jersey. It's like, give me the Heat and the points, man. What are you talking about? It's like the Heat all day, man. It's like all the more reason. It's like I see a comment like that. It's like all the more reason to take the Heat. Rod, is it on you? Are we to you? Oh no, you gave your pick.
No.
Oh, Bengals.
I'm taking the Bengals. Give me the Bengals, and what I see is a field goal game. I'm not taking the Giants. I'm not really rushing to bet this game either. So.
Two bad teams.
I'll put $60 on the Bengals plus the 6.
I'll say two bad teams. That means two bad defenses. I like the over.
Yeah, but the offenses aren't that great either.
Yeah, but bad teams equals bad defense. If you're 3 and 7,
the Bengals defense.
2-7-1, 3-7. Wow, it's a replay of the Arizona UCLA game on what station is this? Oh, Fox, FS1. Wow, I went to nice. Who knew? And they just showed that Michigan State Northwestern score again. How about Michigan State scoring that touchdown on the last play to rub their face in it? Kind of like that.
Yeah.
Well, they didn't have a choice. I mean, the ball was flopping around. And it's funny because I had it's not funny, but I had Northwestern one year against Ohio State, and there was a play where they did the exact same thing. Ohio State fell on the ball in the end zone just like Michigan State did, and ended up me not covering the game with Northwestern. It's exactly the same play. Exactly the same. We got the Bills against the Chargers. A lot of love here for the Chargers. This line has dropped 1.5 inverse line movement. But the thing about this one that you have to look at the Chargers and the Bills' average margin of victory, This is a different game at 6 than it is at 4.5. Brian, what do you think? I know you got your Los Angeles Chargers hat on.
That doesn't mean I'm a fan. I just, I don't know. I just like the hat because I'm like a lightning bolt, striking quick. But in this game, Mitch kind of talked me off of the Chargers. I had him as a premium pick, and I decided not to go with them. But, as far as a free pick goes, I think it's one of the stronger picks. Chargers. What worries me in this game, the Bills are coming off a bye week, and they're fresh. Chargers are West Coast playing at 1 o'clock. But I like Herbert. Eckler's starting today, so I'm going to take the points in the Chargers.
Trey Jackson smokes a blunt while watching our show.
Awesome.
Nice.
Send him a T-shirt.
Yeah. Sloppiest college game on ESPN. I don't know. I've seen a lot of them. How about James Cook on Georgia? He looked pretty good, too. Dalvin Cook's brother. How about the kid on Buffalo?
Patterson.
There's 2 little backs, man, that kind of like fit that Darren Sproles role. 3 of them. The guy at Kansas State, that true freshman. Whoa, man. He's just so much faster than everybody else. 5'5", 190 pounds. And I bet he's not even that. And then the guy in Buffalo. Those guys will both get a look from the NFL, but the Kansas State guy's only a true freshman. And our friend Joe Kavanaugh's close friend, Jackson, on Oklahoma State. 3 touchdowns in the first half.
Nice.
Shout out. What's my email, Mitch? It is mitch@sportschatplace.com or mitch@pickdogs.com. Super easy. Mitch@pickdogs.com, mitch@sportschatplace.com, admin, accounts at sportschatplace, accounts at pickdogs. Like 20 of them. But mitch@sportschatplace.com, mitch@pickdogs.com. I will definitely get the email there. NFL is hard. It's one of the hardest. NFL and NBA are the hardest. We know that.
I think they're the easiest, but I don't want you to contradict you. But
it's easy for me this year in NBA, but not for everybody.
No, I did not. Not that my record in NFL is nothing to crow about, but I think that's one of the sports I like to do the most because there's the most action on the line, so I can get a feel better for that game.
Right, there's more action bet on the game, and so it's like there's. I understand what you're saying. It's kind of like March Madness, where it's like you could just take all the dogs and you're good. It's like if you didn't have time to do the research, just take all the dogs.
I'm kicking myself for not going against Duke yesterday because Coppin State kept that close.
Kicking myself for not betting UFC yesterday. Really had 3 picks I loved. Got the. Did you do this one, Chris? Chargers, Bills?
Not yet. I like Buffalo laying the points. For a lot of the reasons Brian said, LA making the cross country road trip. LA can't get out of their own way. 9 games decided by 1 score or less this season. They're 2-5-2 against the spread. So I think Buffalo can win this one by a touchdown. After the bye week, give me Buffalo here.
Rod?
I'm going to go the other way. Give me the Chargers. I think Buffalo wins this game, but they win it by a field goal. So give me the Chargers and the points.
I was looking at this game, and I thought it was really interesting, this line from 6 to 4.5 movement. Okay, and I think that this is one of those situations where I could see where the sharps love it at 6 and don't like it at 4.5. It's just clear. There's a clear line in the sand on this game, and you can see it, when you look at the past performances of both of these teams. That number right there, 6, it's kind of like it's Chargers. At 4.5, it's Bills. It's like, it's just right there. The average margin of victory in an NFL game is 5 points. And the Bills usually win by about 5-6 points, and the Chargers usually lose by about 5 or 6 points. It's right. It's one of those crazy things. And Anthony Lynn, if there's a guy, like if it's down to like a field goal game and you need an extra couple points, to cover your spread, there's no coach more willing to gift wrap that for you than Anthony Lynn. We've seen that this season.
I think Eckler makes a difference today. Chargers haven't had a running game all year, so.
Bills are pretty physical on defense, and at home, man, they've really put up a lot of points. I mean, you have to look at the Rams game, the Seattle game. When those West Coast teams have come to Buffalo, it has been 40+ points for the Bills in those games. So, I think that this is not for the lightweight. This is not for the rah-rah, where you take the Packers and, they win by 50 and you're like, oh, I killed it today. This game is not for that person. This is a business trip, this game. Oh, I'm such a good I'm still getting emails from people that want to be handicappers on the site, even though we're having a contest. So I'm such a good handicapper. Well, enter the pick contest. I want to see it. We're up
Maybe
to 3.
Harbaugh goes to the Chargers.
I've heard Jets. I read that in the Facebook group, so it must be true.
The Jets. He could turn the Jets around.
Yeah.
He did a good job with the Niners.
Yeah, he did a real good job driving that franchise into the ground. Did a real nice job. When he had Mike Singletary's defense, he was great. And as soon as that was gone, he had nobody. He walked into a situation where they had drafted in the top 5 for 7 years in a row and drafted all defense. They had Alden Smith. They had, what was the linebacker from Mississippi they had? Chris, what was his name?
Willis.
Yeah, Patrick Willis, man. They were loaded on defense. And then Harbaugh walks in there and he takes the receiver from Illinois. And I was like, what are you doing? It's like whenever they reach and take the guy that you never heard of before, for no reason whatsoever, it's usually very, very bad sign for the entire franchise. As a Dolphin fan, I sat through years where they took J.J. Johnson in the first round, guys like that. It was what are you doing? Jamar Fletcher. It was what kind of? It's taken me. Well, I'm still not over it. I'm still talking about it. The Jamar Fletcher pick. It's you need a quarterback. Jay Fiedler's your quarterback. Okay, Jay Fiedler. Okay. It's Jay Fiedler. I used to joke around because it was when Jordan was in his prime and his heyday. I'm you just got to get him into space and let him create, And it's Jay Fiedler's your quarterback. Drew Brees is sitting there on the board, and you take Jamar Fletcher. It's what are you doing? That's exactly what I said. That was the Ted Ginn pick with number 10 overall. I mean, Ted Ginn has ended up having a long NFL career. The guy can run, but number 10 overall. It's not even a number 1 wide receiver. I mean, Julio Jones went, 5th or 6th or something? Adrian Peterson went, Emmitt Smith went 22nd.
I know, that's crazy, right?
Yeah. Adrian Peterson went 9th. I mean, I don't know, man. I was clueless. I just do not understand Mitch Trubisky going number 2 overall in the NFL draft. Trading up to do that. Carson Wentz. It's what are you thinking? What are you thinking, man? What is going?
Give Wentz the rest of the year, bro.
When you take Carson Wentz, with the number 2 overall pick, what is going through your skull? When you make that pick, and Jared Goff at number 1 overall, what are you thinking exactly? I'm
thinking Wentz is going to be riding the bench soon. Is what's going to happen.
What are you thinking?
You can't bench him. He makes too much money.
Speaking of bench him, you watch today he gets benched and he's going to.
Speaking of benched quarterbacks,
it's even better.
You mean Monday, not today.
Speaking of benched quarterbacks, we got the Colts against the Titans. Ryan Tannehill knows a thing or two about being benched. 7-3 meets 7-3. This is for first place in the AFC South. DeForest Buckner out for the Colts. Not a good thing to happen when Derrick Henry's in town. Bad timing. Also, Taylor out for the Colts. Brian?
For me, the Colts were going to be a premium play. I scratched them from the list.
I loved the Colts before those things happened.
They're banged up on defense a little bit, but I still have faith that they're going to get it done. And deep down, this Colts team is one of the better teams in the AFC, so I think they take care of the Titans today. If I had to bet the game, I would lay the points with the Colts.
I mean, here's another email that I got. So I'm going to read this to you guys. And so I was watching your stream at 10:45 on 11/29/20. So that's today, right?
Yeah.
That's today.
Yeah, it's right now.
You said something about a pick contest. I looked at your website and don't see it. I really didn't feel like searching for it. And I really didn't feel like searching for it. How do I enter? So I'm on a live show. I do 500 videos a day. I'm running we have 70 people now working with us. It's like, well, instead of me getting off my ass and looking for it, I'll just bug the shit out of you for it. And I've said it about 1,000 times, man. I got news for you, Nate. We don't want you as a handicapper on our site. How about that? It's like, if you can't look and find it, then you're not going to fit in with us. I can tell you that much right now.
Yeah.
It's like, you gotta be kidding me.
You should try the guys across the street. Maybe they'll hook them up.
Yeah, try the guys across the street. Seriously, man.
I was just watching you. You're not busy or anything.
Yeah,
it's okay. We'll just.
Yeah, I don't feel like looking for it. I don't feel like it. It's like it's way easier to bug the shit out of you. It's like than me getting off my ass and doing something. It's like, yeah, welcome to our company. Yeah. It's like, you guys have seen what it looks like when I think the camera's off. You guys saw it. You guys know. I hold these guys accountable, man, and they hold me accountable. It's like, I have a lot of people that depend on us, So it's important. Speaking of important, Chris, Titans Colts.
That was a nice throw to me. I'll take the Titans here. I think they haven't forgotten about that primetime game from a week ago, and they heard a lot of crap about it afterwards, how they just folded up like a cheap lawn chair. And I think Tennessee comes out here. I think Derrick Henry takes advantage of a depleted Colts defense, and I think they win this game, but I'll take the points to be safe.
Me and Chris are opposites today.
I know.
Every game we're opposite.
I know.
Me and you should that'd be a perfect combination for marriage.
Remember the Titans. Rod, fake 23 blast with a backside Georgia reverse, like your life depended on it.
Yep. And for me in this one, I'm going to take the under. Give me the under 51.5. I just played it a couple weeks ago, and the only reason why it went over was because of a blocked punt at the end. So I like the under. I don't think we're going to get over that many points.
Chris, can you look up Jim Harbaugh's contract?
He has 1 year left. 1 year left.
1 year left. It's guaranteed money, right? And it's how much is it? It's like $1 billion or something. That's how he's still there. It's like most coaches, they're willing to eat the contract at a certain point. Michigan has a lot of money, but in the COVID era, don't know if they're willing to eat, that. If he had any kind of class, he would walk. If he had any kind of decency, he would walk and take a settlement of like $1 million and go on his merry way. I like the Titans here. I was on the Colts originally, but this is sort of a playoff game, and the Titans, we saw what they do in playoff games. We saw them also last week in the sort of playoff type game. These guys are just tough, and it's like when you have Derrick Henry, you need everybody on the other side because you can stop them like they did last week, and then all of a sudden, then you can't stop them.
The second half, he just turns into a machine.
Matt Patricia's fired again. Still fired.
I hope he does turn into a machine. I got him on my fantasy football team. So.
Matt Patricia go back to New England, you think, as an assistant? Or do you think he goes to Miami and works with Flores? I don't know. He's a good assistant. Just when he has to make the decisions, he's It's not his thing. Kendall Hinton starting for the Broncos. Wide receiver played QB at Wake. His last pass October 7th, 2017 at Clemson. Oh, look at Taysom Hill, man. But Taysom Hill was these guys were both college quarterbacks. Minnesota Vikings -3 against the Panthers. Brian?
Boy, this is a tough game for me. It's not something I'm rushing to win to the bet, but I'll take a chance with Carolina and the points. They've just shown more grit. I think they're better coached. I think their players want to win more. I mean, the Vikings laid an egg last week against Dallas. I'll take Carolina.
Mark Clary going through the X's and O's now with us.
Awesome. X's and O's.
Yeah, let's get a diagram of that. Can you slap a diagram of that in the Facebook group? Let's see exactly what it's going to look like. Little X's, little O's. In the alley. Chris? Seal here, and you run this one in the alley. You ever see that? Yeah, we've all seen it.
No.
You've never seen that Vince Lombardi film?
No.
Where he's standing in front of the chalkboard? Oh, my God. He's got the whole team is, like, watching him. They're all, like, totally focused on Lombardi, you know, because he's such a tyrant. And they're all just, like, they know, like, if they flinch, he's going to, you know, go bananas. So they're all, like, zeroed in. You got to Google this thing and watch it on YouTube. And he's like, and what we're going to do, we're going to get a seal here, and we're going to run this play in the alley. Very famous clip.
Oh, man. I'll take Minnesota laying the 3. I think Dalvin Cook has a big day here. And by the way, Harbaugh's contract $2.5 million for this season.
That's it? They're going to eat that.
Yeah.
They're going to eat that. I'm surprised it's that low. Are you sure?
Well, they gave him a $2 million per season raise after he signed the initial contract.
Rod, who do you like?
This one here. I like the Vikings here. Give me the Vikings to win this game, but I like it also to go under. I don't think we're going to see a whole lot of scoring here. No shootouts in this game. Vikings win 24-17.
I can't keep up with the with everything to do the scroll right now. It's like I'll try and get back to that at some point, but I just can't keep up with everything. It's too much to do the comments, the scroll, and the customer service that I'm doing all at the same time. It's too much.
I stand corrected. Sorry, $7 million.
I like the Panthers in this one. I just think the Vikings have been so inconsistent, man. So inconsistent. I could see the Panthers losing and covering. I think I could see a lot of ways to get the Panthers to the cash here. I just there's too many avenues to get the Panthers to the cash with a 3-point number. And I honestly think the worst case scenario with the Panthers is you push. I just see there's too many ways to get there. It's like, you know, when you draw it up and you do your handicapping, you get through all this stuff, and you just say, there's way too many ways that I see them getting there. So I just think there's too many ways for the Panthers to get there. I got to take them in the 3 points. Falcons against the Raiders. Raiders 4-1 on the road, straight up in against the number. The Falcons 1-4 at home and 1-4 against the number at home. Brian, Raheem Morris driving the ship.
Yeah, I don't mind Raheem Morris. I think he's an upgrade from the guy they fired this season. But for me in this game, I think it goes under. I know you don't think of the Falcons in defense. You don't think of the Raiders with their defense. But I think Raiders' defense is getting better. Raiders love to run the ball at Jacobs. I think the Falcons rush the ball heavy. So I'll take the under here.
Chris?
Yeah, I just want to see no Julio Jones or Todd Gurley for Atlanta. I think that's going to make it hard for me to get on Atlanta here. I like the Raiders. Atlanta's allowed the most touchdowns to opposing tight ends this season, so I think Darren Waller's going to have a big day, and I just like Las Vegas against that Atlanta defense. So give me the Raiders here.
Yeah, I agree. Give me the Raiders. No Julio. No running back. Give me the Raiders.
I'd love to see Julio Jones on the Packers with Rodgers for a season. That would be fun.
Good. That would be good.
That'd be fun. Or Hopkins or something like that. That'd be fun. I think the Falcons are kind of ready for that too. I think they need to break it down. I don't know why you signed Todd Gurley. I mean, this is stupid.
I mean, Falcons have a good young running back. I forget who's backing him up, but
Speaking of things that are breaking down.
Hill. What?
I'm saying Todd Gurley. Speaking of things that are breaking down.
He's one of those same guys. He's one of those guys that refuses to go into the end zone at the end of the game, except when you need him to sit down. Idiot.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, he never went to class at Georgia. There's no way. It's impossible for anyone to be that stupid. They can't act. It's like the guys out there on the field like going.
I think you're going to bet the Raiders just tread lightly. On
forgot the pinky, man. I forgot to count the pinky. Jags against the Browns, another lousy game. Jake Luton's out at quarterback for the Jags. Ruffalo, little shedding a tear there. It's Mike Glennon's ship. Glennon's got that weird look. He's kind of got like a very long neck. Pencil neck.
I think this is the week to ride the Jaguars. I think last week we took a loss with the Jaguars on a free play, but I think this week they get it done. They could win outright. I wouldn't lay a touchdown with the Browns on the road. I mean, I could see them easily not covering this one. Jaguars are a solid bet here. Public's too heavy on Cleveland.
Chris?
Oh, the public and I both have something in common. We're both heavy, and we're both heavy on Cleveland. I like the Browns here. I want nothing to do with the Jaguars right now. With Mike Glennon at quarterback. Like I said, I think the Browns have been better since they figured out what their strong or their strength is on offense. You know, run the ball down the other team's throat and do damage that way. So I like the Browns here.
Rod?
I like the under just for the reason you said. They're going to run the ball all day. Give me the under 48.
I like the Jaguars here. I took them last week on the money line against the Steelers, and I'm going to take them again here. I took a hellacious beating in the YouTube comments for days after that. Don't listen to this guy. He's a clown. He took the Jaguars. It's like, at least I had the balls to take somebody, It's like, instead of just show up and heckle them. Which, that's fine.
I can see. I can see that. Where is
Ann? She's in Jersey, I think. Probably at the DraftKings Sportsbook in AC. I know her. Ann will be back. She's going to be on the drive-through. She's got lots of shit going on. You could see the write-ups on the premium picks. If you go to the premium area, look at any handicapper, and you click on the game, it's clearly that it's a hyperlink. You can see exactly what the write-up was. Different handicappers have different style of write-ups. But you can clearly see it if you go look yourself. So, check it out.
For the contest, are the guys putting in write-ups or just putting their picks up?
Chris is stoned. I don't think so. Not yet.
No. I'll take a test.
You haven't seen stoned until you see him around the third quarter. What happened between you and the Iceman? He's just not a handicapper I respect. There's a lot of people in this business that I respect, and this is not one of them. It's like puts in picks like money line favorites, and he calls that a premium play. It's pathetic, man. It's like, you want to pay premium prices for a money line favorite? There's nothing premium about that. The guy's also a liar. He's a fraud.
I can almost bet my house against the Chiefs money line at minus 150 today, or 155. Almost bet the house on it.
I don't know, man.
Lay the points. You don't bet football, lay money lines.
Jenna F, very boring. I don't know what that means. Is that me? I have no idea. Just, it's a very tough comment to read because I have no idea what you're talking about. Probably me. I don't care. Just looks bad. That's definitely me.
Old and crappy.
Yes, that's me. I've been told I was old and crappy. And this is by someone who really sucks. So imagine how bad that is. imagine how crappy you got to be told that you're crappy. You know, it just looks bad. Who's playing QB for the Dolphins today? Fitzpatrick. What's going on, fellas? Top of the morning. Just reading through some comments. We have a quorum. Everyone agrees Fitzpatrick's playing quarterback today. And Mark Clary, this is going to be a good one. If you don't know who's starting for the Dolphins, say, like Mitch says, betting might not be for you. Jesus. I get quoted a lot these days. I think that's a good thing. I think it's good. Though I'm boring, old, and crappy. Fitz is greater than Tua. Here come the Dolphin fans. I'm a season ticket holder since 1967.
Bandwagon jumpers are getting on.
I don't care. It's like that. It's like that every year, and it's like it's part of the thing, and it really doesn't matter. Doesn't matter.
Well, the Cowboys fans got to go somewhere, you know.
Speaking about the bandwagon, this is the bandwagon they're jumping off. Got the New England Patriots +1 here against the Cardinals. So got some line movement here, and it is inverse in a big way. A lot of Cardinals, very, very public team because they have Kyler Murray that everybody has on their fantasy team or something, right? It's the fantasy team, Cardinals, up against the Patriots who lost to the Texans last week. And, you know, the Texans are kind of like, man, if we could have had those first 7 games of the season back, we probably would be respectable this year. That game in Pittsburgh, I'm still bitter. I'll be honest with you. I'm still up bitter about that Texans loss Pittsburgh. I know Bittler was with me on that one. Chris?
Huh?
Oh, Brian?
What did I miss? Oh.
Senior Square.
Give me
the Cardinals.
In this game, boy, this is
Give me the
Cards. I'm gonna go with the under here.
Give Kyler Murray first touchdown.
Belichick's a very tough coach, and after you lose a game, I think he's gonna have a game plan, at least on defense, to slow down Arizona. So I think we see a lot of running the football from New England, which is nothing new. So it goes under the total.
Yeah, New England's gonna bust them up, Chris.
Yeah, I haven't been able to figure out New England at all this season, so take that for what it's worth. But I think this game just means too much to New England at home. I just see the Cardinals having trouble going on the road and beating up on New England.
They haven't beaten anybody on the road.
I think we see an inspired effort from the Patriots here. So give me New England.
All right, here's a very long question. Let's get to this one before. Never quite understood why you would stay off a team because too many people are betting on them. How does this affect the outcome of the game and how well the team plays? Well, Robert Blades, this is a very good question. But well, here's the answer, okay? If you ever go to Las Vegas, go to the Venetian, okay? Just go to the Venetian, right over by, or what's the other one? The Palazzo. Even better, go to the Palazzo. Go over by the Bubble Craps machine there. And then there's a men's room that's located within 20 yards of it. Walk into that men's room and take a look at the stonework. Okay? Just look at the floor and the walls and the sinks and all the little fixtures, the faucets, you know. and say, bring your contractor with you and get an estimate on what something like that would cost. Okay. Do you think that was paid for with the teams that most people bet on? There's your answer. Because basically, if you see a team that most people bet on like that, the line should move in relation to that. In reality, here's the real answer, and that's the real answer is that, yeah, it's okay. Like, if you see a line like that's, -5, and then you see like heavy action on one side and the line jumps to -15, well, that's one thing. But if you see the line stay at -5, go to -4, whatever, that means the house is comfortable with their position of all these bettors laying money on them, or there's some really big bettors on the other side, or both. And that's a really bad sign, because Vegas wasn't built on winners, and this industry isn't built on winners. And for people that think that the action is balanced out on games, it's very, very rarely the case. The house almost always has a side now these days. And they'll let you know how comfortable they are with that side based upon where the point spread is. So I hope that makes sense. And I didn't mean to be condescending in the first response, but I'm just saying, take a look at that bathroom over at the Palazzo sometime. It's crazy. Crazy, man. It's like, you walk in there and it's like, if you really take a good look around, you're kind of like, this had to have cost $10 million at least. I mean, I saw a special like on building one of those hotels in Vegas. It was I think it was the Venetian, and like just the door handle, like walking into the place, like the money that they spent on that, like you don't even notice it. I know the Bellagio has really cool ones too, but it's like the door handle's like a hat at the Bellagio. And I know they spent like $100,000 on that, just that. Anyways, that's why I think a lot of people betting on one team is a bad thing. By Mitch Wilson.
I agree 100%.
Rod, you're up. Me and Brian do agree on something.
Once in a while, that happens.
This game here, Murray and his nagging shoulder injury, definitely not going to be airing the ball down the field. They're going to try to run the ball, go slow. But the Patriots here, they're the masters at running the ball. Give me the Patriots here.
This one looks easy, This one looks easy. Speaking of easy, Broncos against the Saints. I thought this was, 15.5 is a big ass number for a team that generally plays in close games. You think a little overreaction here, Brian, or you think we're spot on?
I think a little overreaction here. I see it coming down to 15 from 16. I just think too much money now on the Saints. For me, I'm just going to skip the game. But if you have to bet it, I would take a chance with the Broncos. I mean, I don't see it being a huge blowout.
Oh, yeah, especially with that total at 36.
Mark Clary sees the Saints covering that themselves. I guess you haven't watched too many Bronco games this year, especially at Denver, because number one, their defense is pretty good, and number two, the officiating is criminal. Absolutely criminal, the officiating in Denver.
If Denver goes down to 14.5, then I would jump on Denver with a nice size wager. If it gets, after the 1 o'clock games are up.
Oh, there it is. Mark Clary getting the square comment.
They love that's the guys they love. You gotta have a mixture. Keeps everything rolling.
I think Brian and I are actually going to agree on a game for once.
Jared, I lost on my I lost on a few picks yesterday. We need the list. I mean, I feel hollow without you reading off the list of my losers from yesterday's show. Jared always is there to chime in the next day and let me know exactly which games I lost and which were the worst of them. Now Mark Clary calling himself an idiot. So you're all over Denver, them being Saints are a lock. All the public dollars now in New Orleans. Just want to hear you rant. All you can do is run the ball. Seem easy to plan for one-dimensional offense. I don't understand the comment, but I like the Broncos.
I never said I love the Broncos. I said if you see that number drop.
No, these comments are old. You know, I'm like so far behind on the comments. I always am. I'm not a good comment moderator. I think these are from the Bills and Titans games. Brian, what's your premium package for sale? I know you got $50 for 3 picks or something. What is it called?
Yeah, 50 for 3 picks, and I feel super confident. I think it's going to be an awesome 3-pack today. I think it's going to. I don't want to be one of those guys that say I'm going to sweep the board, but I think it'll be a good day.
Rod, what are you selling?
It's Rod Sunday Super Pack. You can get I've got a touchdown of plays there. You can get 7 plays, including my NFL Sunday Nighter.
Hey, Todd Gurley, it's this many.
Including the pinky.
Chris, what are you selling?
The Sunday night blank check.
Chris, what are you selling today?
I got my NFL 5-pack, and then I got a college basketball Slammin' Sunday 3-pack. Keep trying to climb up the college basketball leaderboard.
Yeah, I get this comment a lot. You get the sleepy Chris on this show, and then on the drive-thru, it's like the cup of coffee Ruffalo.
Our college basketball guys, who do we have up there? Oh, Damian Sosh and Chris Ruffalo's there. The Pick Dogs, Top Dogs. Yeah, got some guys on there.
Ruffalo's like the type of guy you're like eating a donut at the donut shop, and he's like, you're drinking a cup of coffee at the donut shop. He comes by, starts talking, and he's dunking his donut in your coffee. It's kind of.
No, I'm the guy that walks beside you, and be like, "Are you gonna finish that?"
That's not done.
Yeah, you still got half a fritter left there. Why are you like? What's...
I'm so far behind on these comments.
You should hire Al Ninos to run the comments.
Not a bad idea. But I don't think I can do that on this show. It would take somebody else would have to run the whole show.
I'll tell you what, I'll move into your house with you. You let me run. I'll do the comments. I'll be in charge of comments.
There's nobody home.
Damn it.
All the lights are out. San Francisco 49ers are playing the Rams. The line's down from 7 to 5.5.
No, you know me. I'm on the Niners here. They've had a lot of time to prepare for this game. Rams short week coming off Monday Night Football. It just seems too easy to take the Rams at -5.5, -6. So I'll take a chance with the Niners for $55 just to keep it interesting. I'm not betting the house on it.
Niners 3-2 on the road, straight up and against the number. The Rams 4-0 at SoFi, 3-1 against the number. They haven't had a lot of home games this year. They're back end loaded. Chris?
Yeah, it does seem too easy, but I'm still going to go with the Rams here. I don't like what I've seen from the 49ers. They're still banged up, and I think that I think LA's capable of winning this game by a touchdown, so I'll lay the points with the Rams.
Yes, even though Mitch hated my take, which is fine. I'm an idiot. Smash the like button. Hey, I'm old and crappy and an idiot and stupid. And primarily, I'm also a name caller.
Expert name caller.
I am a name caller. Things go wrong, I start calling people names. You do something I don't like, I'm going to call you a name. You can get, Ann has picks for sale if you need a good total. She's got packages out there, and I believe they're all totals. So hit her up. Throw her a bone. Buy her picks. If you want Ann's picks, they are available at our premium area. And I'll tell you, we have, when you look around the internet, we don't run sales, coupons. We don't have like special and all that other stuff because our price is already low to begin with.
Didn't you mention a Cyber Monday sale?
I was thinking about doing a Cyber Monday promotion, not a sale. But I don't have the technical thing to do it. So I need to talk to our tech guys to see if it's possible before I do it. If not, I'll do it I'll just do it some other time. Christmas or something. Whereas Ann is in New Jersey. If you want her picks, they're available at the website. Jenna's going to do that competition. You're welcome to do it. How about the kicker for Vandy yesterday? That was a big moment, man. That was big. You could see it's kind of like when things like that happen, and then all of a sudden, it'll blow up. It'll get bigger and bigger, and you'll start to see some that, and then eventually there'll be women that are really good, at football. That's what'll happen.
What? There's a lady that kicks for Vanderbilt.
Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah, she kicked off. They didn't score any points, so she didn't get to kick an extra point, but she kicked off the second half.
How does she goes and tackles those guys?
She ran off the field. She ran off the field.
I mean, those are pretty big guys to tackle.
Mizzou at Mizzou. Not recommended.
No, definitely not recommended.
Chris Ruffalo liked Vandy on the money line that game.
I already got the duct tape.
What the hell was going through your skull? I had Mizzou was on my early games. It was like I looked at I go through the card the first time and I kind of check the games that I'm going to look deeper into that I could get behind from a handicap perspective, and then you could look at the lines and all that other stuff. And Mizzou was one that instead of a little check mark, I had the big circle around it. It's like, yeah, so underrated. It was a 14-point spread. That in Miami of Ohio against Akron.
I missed the Akron.
Those were slaughters. Chris, did you give out your Rams-Niners pick?
Yeah, he said
I like the Rams.
How about you, Rod?
I'm going to go the other way. Give me the 49ers off their bye week here. They'll be rested. They made a nice plan for this game. Big divisional game. Which always use these divisional games between these two always seem closer than 3. So I'll take the 49ers on the points.
Yeah, if you have parlays or picks or whatever, you can put those in the Facebook group. It's the place to discuss that stuff. That's why you can do it all day. Why stop at 8 teams with the parlay?
It's hard enough just winning 3. I like 3-game parlays. But.
Tom Brady will upset Mahomes again. He's 2-0 against them.
I like that guy's thinking.
I like the under in this Rams-Niners game. Familiarity grows contempt. And Tampa Bay versus the Chiefs. Be sure to smash the like button, guys. Cost you nothing, helps us a ton. Brian?
For me, I would have liked to make the Buccaneers a premium play.
Then why didn't you?
I was scared. I got scared. Too many people are backing the Chiefs. That's one of the public love affair with Kansas City Chiefs. I think it's a field goal game if you can get to 3.5. But I just couldn't do it with the Bucs. But I like them. I'm gonna put $100 on.
You just couldn't get there. Couldn't get
there. I didn't want to put out a pick unless I was really loved it.
Dolphins go to 7.5 now against the Jets. I knew it was going there. I knew it. Put the hook in. See if that does anything. Let's see what other line movement we have going on. Chris, in the meantime, who do you like in this?
I'm going to take the under in this one. I think you have two of the more underappreciated defenses in the NFL. And I know we got a Hall of Fame quarterback and a future Hall of Famer on the other side, but I gotta take this one going just under the number.
Raiders now 3.5 over the Falcons. Rod?
I had a fish burger yesterday, so I feel like Mr. Square here. I'm gonna take Kansas City here. Brady's thrown 5 interceptions in the last 3 games. He's good for another one today, or 2. Kansas City's already got 10. Give me the Chiefs here. I cannot back Brady in the box.
There's a few.
He's a closet Chiefs fan.
There's a few.
All right. I like the. What's wrong with the Chiefs?
There's a few 4s out there in the Bills Chargers game too.
I only saw that Falcons at 3.5 on one spot, but
yep. But you know,
now it's gone.
It's gone.
Well, for me, it's gone at Penny.
DraftKings, Circa, FanDuel, New Jersey, and 888, Sugar House, New Jersey.
Let me check my personal one.
The 3 is minus 125 at all the offshores too.
Yeah, I got 3.5 on mine too.
63% of the public and 80% of the bets on the Raiders in that one. I kind of like the Falcons there. I don't know, call me an idiot. It's like 80 comments come through. You're an idiot. It's like, I don't know about this one, man. I kind of like the over. I think we're going to have a shootout. Bears against the Packers. I don't have a premium pick for the Sunday night game. I'm still on the fence. I really do like one of the teams here, so I'm probably going to add it. So if you bought my 5-pack and you see that I put up a premium pick for Sunday Night Football, say, I bought your 5-pack. Can you tell me what the pick is for tonight? Otherwise, I'm going to add it probably to my 2 afternoon picks and make it a 3-pack, a late 3-pack. That's what I'm probably going to do. Brian?
The line tells me the Bears. I'm not in love with this play at all. I don't know. Packers could erupt and blow them out, but I'm going to take the points here with the Bears small $55 play, and I like Robert Tunyon to score first at plus 1,400.
We'll never forget the way you thrilled the nation with your T formation. Bear down, Chicago Bear. Chris? You're the pride and joy of Illinois. Bear down, Chicago Bear.
Man, I'm gonna take the under here. I think this is a hard-nosed division game. 2 teams like to run the ball at each other, so I'll take the under here. And my first touchdown, I will go. It's probably juicy. I can't get it. Let's go Aaron Jones plus 550.
I agree with Chris on this under for sure.
Here's an asshole. Matchup. Here's a spamming asshole. Let's get him.
Get him. Where is he?
Ross Nation at Twitch. Run. Everyone leave our show. Go to see him. It's like, dick. It's like, how about if you provide something of quality and value and people actually watch our show? I mean, that's like, I never understand that, you know?
Who's Ross?
Dress for less.
Oh, I thought it was a handicapper named Ross.
I don't know what he is. He's a spammer. His marketing plan is to come spam our YouTube show. Obviously, quality. Obviously, a quality product. We'll never forget the way you thrilled the nation with your T formation. Bear down. Chicago Bear. Rod, did you give your pick?
Yeah, I like the under in this game. Divisional game. Beat them up. We're gonna beat each other up.
Yep.
Lambeau.
I like
under.
I like the under too. I can't find this guy. Anyways, that sucks. Maybe he's on the other channel on Sports Chat. Smash those like buttons.
Yeah,
Time for our
said
college
that.
basketball segment. Chris, Kentucky, Richmond. Who do you like?
Yeah, this is one that I struggled with, but I think that I like Kentucky just a little bit more here. I think they show up and they give Richmond a hard time and they win this one by 10 or 12 points. Give me Kentucky.
Brian?
I lean to Richmond in this one. I like going against the young teams early. I think Richmond's talented. They can keep within 7.
Rod?
I like Kentucky here. Give me Kentucky. A really good team.
I'm going to go Richmond money line in this game.
I like the cut of your jib. I like that thinking there.
I don't think Kentucky's ready for this kind of game. Richmond's good. Can we just go game to game to get your opinions? What is this?
They just want us just to give out our picks quick.
Is that what they're saying?
Take the Broncos. Take the Colts. Take the. And then we're off the
So
air.
what they're trying to say is they're not infatuated with the format. Is that what they're trying to say? They don't too much, Mitch.
They should check out the drive-through tomorrow. They can get fast picks.
Fast picks, drive-through picks.
I'll be on tomorrow.
Ruflo does a really nice job promoting that show.
I never know when I'm supposed to just take over and just start promo mode.
Right in the middle of whenever I throw it to you. At any point during the show, feel free to promote the drive-thru as well as in the Facebook group, creating a post and saying, hey, here's today's guest at the drive-thru at 6 p.m. Mark your calendar and watch
And Kevin Thomas.
Watch our show, man. It's like, come on.
And myself tomorrow.
Look at me. I'm the king of shameless self-promotion. Hit the like button, everybody. Our show's the best.
Yeah, see, he's got a drive-through.
Yeah, Rod's got drive-through. Look, he had that professionally designed. And Chris's fiance is a designer. You know, she could easily put something together for Ruflo to hold up.
He needs a
have
neon
it like
sign.
Behind him, like a full thing behind him. Watch the drive-through. It's like, I don't know, Chris. I've lost all faith in you.
You really sound like my fiance.
I really don't understand you anymore.
She started to say I'm foolish and lack vision as well.
Yes. How come I can't find this idiot's comment? Maybe he deleted it.
He probably deleted it. He was like, uh-oh. I've seen this comment before.
He's seeking missile.
We'll find him.
Yeah.
Even better, we'll go to his channel and spam him. Don't watch this crap. Watch our show. Stop running your fat mouth and give some winners. I like that. Okay.
Is that directed at me?
Not me. It's me. Here it is. These clowns are going to make people lose money for whoever tails. Thank you.
I'm not losing money today.
Me neither. Yeah, look at the leaderboard. And look at the last month and the last whatever. Yeah, we've lost a lot of people money. What were you up yesterday, Rod? 650 units or something? It's like
690
yeah.
yesterday.
Whatever, man. AJ, I didn't say. Stop running your fat mouth. I like that one. That one I like the best. That was my favorite. Stop running your fat mouth and give me some winners. And the other guy says, you don't need to tell these clowns. These clowns, Drew Revis. The Titans are winning. These clowns. Y'all thinking the Broncos are winning. We didn't say they're winning. I think they're going to cover the spread at too many points. Because squares like you are pounding the other team. Their quarterback's out. No one's going to know. Oh, man. Thank you for
and plus, this other guy's getting a shot of a lifetime.
I'm literally in tears. I love square comments. Those are my favorite. We should have another show. And I always say, I wish I had more hours in the day to do stuff like that, where we just had an hour show once a week, where we just took all the comments, like, you know, all the guys, we just screenshotted comments, you know, and we just put them all together, and we just called it Square Comments of the Week, you know.
And those are the same guys that'll be whining how they lost a ton of money and they don't know how they're going to pay their rent next month because they got crushed today.
South Carolina and Tulsa. I was a little disappointed with Tulsa not getting it done yesterday. That was my one loser on the show, actually. So, plus 2.5 here against the Cox. Brian?
I can't give a pick on this one. I don't know. I hate to say that.
Brian can't find the Cox. Anyways, Chris?
Just look down. No, I got to take Tulsa here. I just don't think South Carolina is that good of a team. I know Tulsa, you know, lost to we lose to yesterday.
TCU.
Yeah, there you go. But I don't like anything about South Carolina early on, even though they're a well-coached Frank Martin team. I'll take Tulsa here.
Rod?
I'm with you. Give me Tulsa. I'll take Tulsa on the money line. I think they beat South Carolina today.
So Boise didn't win their game outright, but they did cover the spread in that game against Houston. They're up today against Sam Houston. the other Houston. So my wife is the one that puts the videos in the Pick Dog site, like in the individual articles. Like she goes on the YouTube and puts them in the individual articles. She's like, "Who is this?" Sam Houston. She's like, "Why are you doing a Sam Houston video?" Because I really want to give out the Boise pick. That's why.
3.
I love Boise in this one. Sam Houston's lost both games by like 30-something so far. Any of you guys have any opinion on this, Sam Houston and Boise?
It's not even on my board.
I like Boise.
The rotation number on Boise for this one is 307089.
Nah, I can't give a pick on that one.
Brian's like, it's too many numbers. It's like, let me get Todd Gurley in here to figure this one out.
Can you count as high as 9?
Todd Gurley's
using the pinky, you can't get to 9.
2 plus 5. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Hey, Brian, the numbers I'm looking at, you would love 6. Boise State.
Oh, yeah?
Oh, yeah.
I'm going to write that down. I'm going to take a look at that then.
Yeah, take a look. That's your type of number.
TCU and Liberty.
I got something.
Liberty's playing their 4th game of the season already. I mean, the season just started last Wednesday. Brian, anything here?
I think they're worth a shot here in Liberty. I'm going to play them with the spread for like 100 and then on the money line for 50.
Inverse line movement early, Chris.
I'll take that 150 and put it all on Liberty money line. I don't think anything at TCU. Liberty's been battle tested all 3 games this season. Purdue, Mississippi State, South Carolina. I love Liberty here. Would have been a premium if the line was out earlier.
Yeah, Liberty for me too. I'm not going to go all crazy like you guys and go money line. I'll just take the 5.5 points and hurry. That's dropping like a rock.
Rutgers against Hofstra. Rod, can you go with your pride here? Or are you going to swallow your pride?
This I looked at this real close. This is tough. I'm going to take Hofstra. Put $60 Hofstra plus the 14.5. I think it's sneak a last second 3 there to They're close. Rutgers is a really good team. They're in tough today, that for sure.
Well,
But I'll give it a shot.
forget the way you filled the nation with your T formation. I like Rutgers here. Brian? Bear down.
He talked you into Hofstra, and then he took Rutgers. I'm going to lean Hofstra here also. I don't like all the money on them, but it's early, so I'll lean Hofstra.
Rutgers all day. Chris?
Yeah, this number just seems right on for me. I think I said Hofstra in the article, but I'll go Rutgers.
Thanks for bad vibing pick. We got Creighton, North
Fine, I'll go Hofstra.
We got Creighton taking the floor today.
It's too late now.
Creighton was a team that I thought last year was the best Creighton team they ever had. It was the first time they really played defense, and they were beating teams. I mean, they had a chance to really do something last year. Now they take on North Dakota State. We got Houston, Texas Tech, South Alabama, Jacksonville State, fresh off their cover yesterday for South Alabama against Arkansas State. Well, that was football, but... And then we've got Rhode Island, San Francisco. Pretty good matchups here, man. Late lines, so I didn't really get to do a lot of these videos. Maybe I'll do them now.
Yeah, I can't wait till we get regular lines for college basketball. Creighton for me, minus 23. I see it's up 2 points from where it opened up. Money's about 50-50, so I'll take Creighton.
Chris?
Yeah, I'm on Creighton as well. I just think that North Dakota State's looked pitiful in the first couple games.
Rod?
I'm going to go the other way. Give me North Dakota State. I think Creighton wins by 22.
What about any of these other games? Houston, Texas Tech, Rhode Island, San Francisco.
North Florida over Miami. That should be easy money there. Plus 23.5.
I'm telling you, Miami's loaded, man. Miami's going to end up the season ranked in the top 10 by the end of the season. They have a legitimate shot to win the ACC this year.
I like San Francisco. Give me the Dons money line.
Don Patrol.
They beat Rhode Island here today. They've been looking good. I think they upset Rhode Island today.
I like the under in that game. I think it's a low scoring game. I think San Francisco drags Rhode Island down to their level and they keep it in the 60s.
Anything for you, Brian, or no? You're good.
Nope, I'm good.
Washington, Baylor, Louisville, Prairie View, A&M, Miami, North Florida, Michigan, Oakland. That Michigan-Oakland game, the line's up to 30. I said in my video 50. I think it's like 101 to 45. And I also said that Michigan's going to act like they won the national championship. A lot of ass slapping and high-fiving going on. That's the type of team they are. I love Baylor here. I got to tell you. I love Baylor. Last year, okay, which I remember because I got memory like an elephant. So last year, these two teams played and Washington won. And that was like Baylor's only loss all the way up into that TCU debacle. They want revenge, and they want revenge bad. I love Baylor. Take it to the bank.
I like Baylor as well.
Rod, gonna suck up a little bit? A little ass kissing here for Brian.
Well, I like Baylor. I like Michigan. I like Miami. And I'm gonna take Prairie View plus the 25 and points or whatever. I think they can. Louisville wins by 24 points.
Didn't they beat Evansville by like 605? Louisville.
603.
Yeah, something like that. I love Miami. I've mentioned this before. They have like the guy from DeMatha High School comes in, Earl Timberlake, I believe his name is. This guy's an absolute beast. And then they also have one of the best outside shooters in Chris Lyles. So they have the inside-outside combination, which is magical in the Jim Larinaga coach team. Love Miami. 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 Oh, South Florida's playing. Where's Romanelli when you need him? Virginia Tech -7.5 against South Florida. Of course, VT coming off of that win against Villanova. That's it for the night games. I could have packaged this a little differently. And Winthrop against UNC Greensboro. Anything there for you guys? Any meat on the bone?
Maybe a little bit on Winthrop +5.5.
All right.
I'm probably going to take USF plus the 7.5. I just think it might be a bit of a letdown for Virginia Tech after a big win over Villanova.
I'd take Virginia Tech. South Florida sucks.
Okay. Well, that wraps that portion of the show up. Let's get to our parlays. I'm going to step out from the snow. Getting chilly here. Oh, wouldn't let me turn off my snow animation. There we go. I got some new graphics for everyone. I just didn't load them up this morning. But I have like a special graphics and stuff for everybody. You guys are going to like them. We're going to take it up a notch. You'll see all the other shows will start copying that shit too. It's like, how far can we take it where the other shows will stop copying it? Well, it'll be kind of like, let's see, we normally copy everything Mitch does, but, you know, this kind of, let's not do that part. I think, you know. Chris, are you going to give us a parlay? We're going to just sit here like we got our head up our ass or something.
Sorry.
You always go first. We're waiting.
Yeah.
I know.
It's like all of a sudden, it's like Ruffalo's not. You're unprepared. you haven't pitched
it.
it.
You got all confused. You're like, what happened to snow?
And you've absolutely under promoted the drive-through.
Okay, then I have to make up for it with this parlay. Let's go Liberty, Baylor. Sorry, Liberty with the points, Baylor with the points, laying the points, and the Tennessee Titans with the points.
Liberty, Titans,
And Baylor.
Well, that wasn't an NFL parlay. Rod, show them how it's done.
Okay, I got. We'll start off with my NFL parlay. I'm going to go Patriots money line, Titans money line, 49ers money line. Parlay those up. College basketball. We're going to go Boise minus the 13, the Dons money line, and Baylor minus the 11. Parlay those three up. Love both of those today. And I love the preview picks that I got today. It's going to be a big day.
Going to be a big day. Brian?
Big day coming, man.
Big day. I'll be on at halftime of the early games, halftime of the afternoon games, halftime Sunday night games. I'll jinx myself. I don't care, man. We this season has been one gigantic heater on halftimes. I've had, I think, 2 losing shows the entire season, and we've covered every prime time and done the early halftimes. I'm not going to do the late halftimes. I'm just going to do the early halftimes and the Sunday and the night halftimes. I'm not going to do the 4:00 games. There's only 3 of them, and I don't feel like doing it. But I'll do the early halftime show. I'll do the Sunday night halftime show. And like I said, we have been on the heater, 6-0 on Thanksgiving Day.
I got Chargers plus the points.
Maybe we'll rile
Niners
Romanelli
plus the points,
up for a
Buccaneers
halftime
plus
show.
the points.
Who? Sorry, I was talking over you. What'd you say? Missed
I'm
it.
in a hurry to get to the toilet. I got the Chargers plus the points, Niners plus the points, and Buccaneers plus the points for $50.
Wow, I really hate most of your guys' parlays today. It's odd. So I like the Titans on the money line. I like the Panthers plus the points, and I like the Broncos plus the points. That's my 3-team parlay for today. You know what? I'll do a college hoops parlay too, since we got time. Still, there's 657 people watching us. I'll take Richmond plus the points down to 7.5 from 8. I like Boise minus the points because Sam Houston State isn't even really a state. I like Liberty, Miami, and Baylor. 5-team parlay. Why not 6? Because I stopped at 5. Have a great day, everyone. Thanks for joining us. I'll see you guys at halftime of the early games. We'll do halftime betting. And then we'll do, of course, Sunday Night Football. I'll be back. Maybe I'll see if Romanelli's done with his exam, and we'll get him for that early halftime show or something. We need some brains in this operation. Thanks, everyone, for joining us. Have a great day. Of course, we'll try and act more professional tomorrow. Be sure to smash that like button.